After a 2-year enforced hiatus, the Santos Tour Down Under is back, and it's back with a big bang. For the first time in the history of the race, dating back to 1999, it's kicking off with an opening prologue in the heart of Adelaide, 5.5 kilometres across the River Torrens and underneath the shadows of the Great Adelaide Oval and the Memorial Drive Tennis Centre. Amongst the early starters, one of the pre-race favourites, the Italian Alberto Bettiol, stopping the clock with a blistering time of 6 minutes and 19 seconds. His average speed, 52.2 kilometres per hour. The fourth rider to start, it was a long wait for Bettiol to see if that was the best time. The Hurricane, Chris Hamilton from DSM, was amongst many riders who fell, and it was the same corner which kept glitching them out. The Intermarché team, they had a big hope with their young Danish rider, Julius Johansson. He got off to a really quick start as the conditions started to dry out. He stopped the clock just outside the time of Bettiol, moving into a 10-second deficit to the Italian, who was still watching and waiting and see who else could challenge. In the end, for Johansson, it was third place on the stage. One of the last riders to start, the young American from Ineos Grenadiers, Magnus Sheffield. The roads had started to dry out for Sheffield, but they still weren't quite as good as what they were for Bettiol. The youngster, with a blistering time, it was second place on the stage, 8 seconds slower than Bettiol, but for Sheffield, it was enough to move him into the white jersey as the leader of the Zwift Best Young Rider classification. The top of the table, Bettiol taking the leader's jersey. It was then Sheffield, Johansson, followed by Groves and Gaze. The Italian had a long wait, but it was worth it because he goes into the first road stage wearing the ochre jersey.